Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Talent Upgrade with Lawal. Today we're gonna discuss about WordPress installation, but before we start, kindly check below this video, click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. So today we're gonna discuss about WordPress installation. In the previous lesson, we talked about the domain and hosting, and do a quick review of what we are going to learn throughout this course. So today, after your domain and hosting, we want to look at the WordPress installation. How do we install WordPress? So for WordPress, we have offline installation and online installation. Offline installation means you can operate WordPress without connecting to the internet on your system. All you need to do is just to download some softwares like XAMPP and WAMP. Then you'll be given instruction on how to set them up. So when you set the XAMPP up, you go to wordpress.org and download WordPress and upload it into the file, a file in the XAMPP. You'll be given instruction on how to do so. But this offline installation, it has a lot of disadvantage. One is that you won't be able to access your WordPress dashboard in any other place except if your system is online. That is, except if your system is on. You can only do anything you want to do on your WordPress dashboard. You can only do it on your system. You can't access any elsewhere. What if your system got crashed and you didn't back up your work? That means every time you have to keep backing up, and that will take you a lot of time. That is why we have online hosting services. For that offline installation, the only thing you can do is that you want to do your work once, maybe in a day. Then after a day, then you publish it on a hosting service. That's the only when you have an advantage. Maybe you don't want to connect to the internet or wasting your data. But sort of update, do you need to connect to the internet to update? That means you have to download files for updates and upload it into your XAMPP and WAP files of the WordPress. And again, it will take up your disk space on your system. So you have to manage number of files building WordPress on your system. So that is why we are going to go for online installation. And for that online installation, you have to buy an hosting services or your demo service, or you use free resources. For web hosting services, I mentioned it in the previous lesson, we have like GoDaddy, Bluehost, AskGain. So when you buy the domain, you host the domain, and be given some certain features. So whereby you choose the features you like, the plan you like, either shared hosting, VPS hosting, or dedicated hosting. So, but for this tutorial, we are going to use Python site, because Python is an open source, free source. They only allow you to host WordPress on their platform. You'll be given free SSL, free disk space. Then you can work just to create a mini site. So, but if you want a real domain name, you have to go to a web hosting platform and get a real domain, and you'll be given a control panel. You're given a control panel on this those web domain and hosting platform. But on Python site, you'll be given a control panel. You can only be given a disk space or a site, a channel to host your WordPress. So now we head ahead to pythonsite.io and we sign up. So I'm gonna show you two ways to deploy WordPress on pythonsite.io on a normal standard hosting platform and domain purchasing platform, whereby you purchase domain, you host, then you install WordPress. So now let's go. Make sure you watch this video to the end so that you won't miss a step. If you have any question or any suggestion, just comment down below. I will give you a reply shortly. Site.io or python.io. So you go to click on, you type in python.io, so you appear to a page like this. Then you click on start for free. Click on start for free. So now you have the sign up page here. You sign up. I already had an account here. So when you sign up, you can sign up manually here with email, type in all this. Or you can sign up with your LinkedIn account, or you can sign up with Google. So once you sign up, you appear to a page like this. Then you choose your site name. Remember that I told you that domain names, so that site name is equivalent to your domain name, your brand name. But now we can't have a phone because we are deploying it under Python site.io. So our brand name will be our domain name. So if you need to get your own full name like .com, you have to purchase their full plan. Or you can go to a standard web hosting where you have control panel. They don't give control panel. They only give you WordPress installation. So let's give it TE Digital Service. Let's put something like here and click on continue. So just some minutes. So now we are moving ahead to the Pantheon dashboard. So this is Pantheon dashboard, not WordPress dashboard. So on the dashboard, so you'll be asked to choose your content management system, that's CMS. So you choose WordPress, you click on deploy. So just wait for a few minutes. So here we are at the Pantheon. Here we are at the Pantheon dashboard. So this is what we have. So this is the dashboard for Pantheon. This is their own panel. So I will also show you how a standard control panel, the C panel, how does it look like. So anytime you hear a C panel, that just know that C panel is being provided by an hosting service. That's different features. We'll get there, but this is a Pantheon dashboard now. So now to install WordPress, you click on visit site development, visit development site. Click on it. So now leave it as default as English US. As our site title, can give it TE Digital Service, the username, WP Masterclass, then password. So you can give yours too. You are following me step by step. I believe you are following me. So site title, you can just give your own some kind of business name that you wish. So this is just for tutorial purpose. So scroll down. Scroll down your email. This is my email. You add your own email. So you can discourage search engine from indexing the site. So if you are still building up the site, you want to prevent it from search engine, so that search engine won't show your own completed pages. So you can discourage this, or you can leave it, then make changes later. So just let's click on this, then install WordPress. So now our WordPress has been installed. So let's log in. So the password is already saved. Log in. So now here we are. So here is another session. Welcome to WordPress. WordPress dashboard. So after successful installation of our WordPress, either from Python site or from a standard hosting website, either on a standard website hosting or domain hosting. So you have your control panel, then you install WordPress, then you log into your dashboard. So now, what's the dashboard? A dashboard menu. So the first interface you see when you log into your WordPress is the WordPress dashboard. So you see menus. So the menus, what are the menus? The dashboard menu, the WordPress dashboard provides navigation menu that contains some menu options such as posts, media, library, pages, comments, appearance, plugins, users, tools, and settings on the left side. So in the next section of this video, I will explain fully. I will show you the dashboard menu. So the most important general settings that you have to do. The most important settings. So in the next video, I will explain those menus, then one after the other, then I will show you the most important settings, what you need to do there. So we have the general settings, the writing settings, the reading settings, the discussion settings, the media settings, the permalink settings, then the plugin settings. So then themes and plugins, just a quick explanation. A theme is external effect like a website presentation and design. You can download free themes, but to get the most features of what you need to purchase pro and premium themes. So the plugin is the interior effect, which adds to or remove some functions to a site. Free and pro plugins are available if you need most features and performance. So you need to purchase the what a pro theme. For those of us that register earlier, so in the bonus group, I dropped some registration bonus. So you have some premium themes there and some plugins there. So then we have categories of plugins. We have the CEO, the Google Analytics, the backup application, the security, forms, pop-ups, diaries, social media, calendar, membership websites, directory, booking. So be familiar with those categories. So in the next video now, I will show you the WordPress dashboard, explain bit by bit, and what you need to know 6.0. So this is the version 6.0. Now, just like an Android phone, we have version 2.0, 3.0, and other softwares. It has to be upgraded yearly. So now this is 6.0. So you can cancel this. So this is what you have. Can you see the menus here? So we have icons. I'll explain each and one of the icons. So can you see? So this site status. It shows the status of your site. If your site is at risk, you'll see the information here. So here is a draft. If you have something in your mind you don't want to forget or don't want to escape your mind, you just quickly type it here and put in the content. They're saved as drafts. That is, you come back and edit to publish later. So at a glance, you can see this one is self-explanatory. WordPress events and news. You don't need all this. Just leave it as it is. So now this first icon here is telling you about WordPress. If you just go to WordPress, tell you about WordPress, what's new, WordPress 6.0, this and that. You read about it, what you need to know about WordPress, how to use the templates, the blogs, the footer. You can just read about them, just something explanatory there. So WordPress.org, it will take you to the WordPress website. This icon is showing you that the home page, that is, you want to visit the page. So if you click here now, we don't have nothing yet on our site. You can see the page is blank. You can see this is what we have, just blank page. Hello world, welcome to WordPress. This is your first post. Edit or delete it and start writing our business name or website name. Probably powered by WordPress. So these are just, so let's go back to the dashboard. So yeah, this icon will show you the number of updates, either the WordPress, the themes or plugin. So let's click it and see. Can you see? We install plugin, current version 6.0. Can you see? You have the latest version of WordPress. So I'll explain all this now in this panel. So after the explanation, so we will now go to a site whereby we'll be given a full control panel. So you see a control panel. So we also installed WordPress on that hosting, that hosting site. So then we can start now start with installing themes or start building our website. So that's then we'll get enough tasks to do. So but I want to explain all this now so that you get familiar with them before we start creating our website. So these are the things. Plugins, you have 2 plugins to be updated. Can you see? You have 2 plugins to be updated. Themes, you have about 12 themes. These are the default themes. So we'll get to the point whereby we need to install our own themes. So look at the list here. We have comments. Let's say if you posted something, then you leave a space for comments, people to comment. So if you have a comment here, you see it here. Then new posts, either new media, new page, or you want to add a new user. So then here we have, this is my profile. If I click on it, you see, let's check it. So yeah, here is how the profile interface look like. Visual editor, disable the visual editor when writing. Just leave everything the way it is now. Just leave everything. So my first name, I can just put in my name, Awal Kazim, or I may not put it. So anytime I make a post, this is what will appear. WP Masterclass. That's my username. So this is my website. This is my email address. So you can just write a brief stuff about myself. I can add picture. I can set password. Application. We don't need this for now. So these are the things. So now, I think I've explained what we have on the task bar here. So now, home and update, same thing as this. Then the post, you don't make a post, add new category, tags, don't have any post now. So pages, you want to add a new page. So let me go to a website and show you what the page means. So if you can add a page with different contents. So those pages, you can use those pages as menus. You can see we have menus here. So this is a page now. This is a page. The page has all these one are sub menu. I'm just using this page as an example. What is a sub menu? But a sub menu. So the pages are used as menu on a website. Can you see this? If you click any of these, it will take us to another page. So you can have different contents in a page. So let me go to my to a website and show you an example. Let me go to a website like okay, now let me use what you are familiar with. Let me use talent. On this page now, I added this is the home page. So I created the home page is the front page. So I created another page, privacy and policy. So I have the page, so I can add it as one of the menus on the website. Anytime you create the page, you can add the page as one of the menus. And we can also have sub pages or sub menus, whereby if you click something like this, just like what we have on this Python, these are what sub menus or sub pages. We can call them sub menus rather. Sorry, sub menus. So here, if you click on privacy and policy, to take me to another page. So it has the pages, we have different content. So that's that about that. So comments, if you have comments, or if you want to manage comments on your website. Themes, appearance, under the appearance you have themes, we have customization. Because we've not installed any themes here, that's why we are having just two features there. Then plugins, installed plugins, add new plugins. So users, if you want to add new users to your website, let's look at the number of users we have. I will come back to explain appearance and plugins. That's one of our major focus. So users here. So I am the administrator right now. Can you see? I can add new user. So the administrator will be able to perform all the functions. I can just add a new user randomly. I can add a new user. So adding a new user, I can give the user a role: contribution, author, administrator, editor. So depending, we have a specific function it can perform. I can assign a role for the person. So then I'll click on add user. So I don't want to add any user here. So profile, I can view your profile or profile of other user. Then the tools, you have import, export personal data, erase personal data, theme file editor, plugin file editor. Let's look at the available tools. Click on the available tools. If you want to convert categories to tags, use categories and tags converter available. So these are the tools you have. These are the tools you have available now. You can see maybe you created a category under your post. Maybe you have a post now. You want the post to be under. Let's say you are blogging, you are posting content. You are posting news content. So you have different categories like technology, autos, all those stuff. So you can also create tags whereby when a visitor comes to your website, the user can easily search for a particular stuff. You can create tags like autos. So when the user click on autos, to take him directly to any post talking about autos. Those are tags. I will show you everything when we start creating websites. So now you can also convert, instead of you typing tags, writing tags differently, you can just convert those categories to tags or vice versa. So that's it. So now import. If you want to import any of the if you have posts or comments in another system, WordPress can import those into the site. To get started, choose a system to import from. Can you see live journal? You want to import post from live journal, RSS feed. You want to import post from RSS feed. You want to, so you can import post on your website. You can import post on your website. Just make it minimal. Let's say you visit a site, you saw some content, some popular sites that you can integrate their API. We'll explain that later. So Blogger. So Blogger is a blogging platform. You can go there. If you install this now, you can go there and connect your page to their website. So any news blogger post will appear on your website. Same thing as live journal, RSS feed, Tumblr, and WordPress. So that's it. Export. You can also export. Send your post to another site. Then site else. I think I've explained that. Export your personal data. So if you want to export all your data as a, so
can export your data to another website. So it will be sent to the email, that is the email of the owner of the other website, as a zip file, or your personal data, and send it as a zip file. So you can also erase your personal data, So all these are self-explanatory. So theme file editor. So if you are an expert in editing themes are written by code. So and just make some little changes on your theme. Can you see the themes are categorized? Style and themes PHP function. So you can just go there and edit some stuff. But don't tamper with this aspect if you are not expert in coding. So settings. I'm coming back to settings. I'm coming back to three stuff now: appearance, plugins, and settings. So this is just a brief explanation of the WordPress dashboard. The more you get used to it, the more you understand it better. So now let's go back to our main dashboard, our home view, our first appearance. So these are our first appearance now. So anytime you install WordPress, the first thing you need to do, the most important part you need to do before you start creating a website is the settings. All these ones are self-explanatory, and I've explained them. So we will omit appearance and plugins for now. We're coming back to that later. So now, settings, that's the most important aspect. So let's look at the settings. The first one is general. So now look at this. This is your site title, the way where we want to install our WordPress. We are giving a box to input our site title. So these are site title. This site title will display on your site. It will display on your site. Then the tagline, maybe tagline like your slogan. Tagline you want to use for your business. Digital service providing. Let me just put it. Providing top-notch digital service. So these are our slogan. So this is my email. So membership, says to anyone can register, because when you start putting forms on your website, people will be able to register if you don't activate this anyone can register. So make sure you click it. So all these ones are normal. All these ones are normal. So you click on save changes. So we are done with the first part. That is the general aspect. So now let's go to the second aspect, the writing. Now, default post category. So we don't have we haven't created category now. So default post, maybe you created a post, you did not categorize it. So if the post will appear and let's say a text that will show your post category is available, maybe due to the themes you are using, to show the category, under which category you make your post, you made your post. So if you don't assign your post under any category, the category will be as what uncategorized. So that's the default. Post format standard, leave it as standard. Then here you don't tamper with it, just leave it. So let's say you have a blog, or you want to post a content. So another way you can do that is you have a secret email account. So in that email account, anytime you send content into it, the content will automatically show in your post. So you can now go to your post or in your WordPress dashboard and edit and publish. You understand? So post via email. To post to WordPress via email, you must set up a secret email account with publicly access. Any email received at this address will be posted. So you can have this. So maybe you have a blog. You want someone to write for you. You can just send the person that secret email. So anytime the person sends content into it, it will show on your post directly. So this is it, the mail server of that email that you created. So this kind of options are available when you have a control panel. You'll be able to create email. So you'll be able to view the mail server and default. So here we have the mail server default, the login, the password, then the category you want the content from that email to be posted. Maybe I want it to be posted in autos category or politics category. I can just, so anytime someone sends a write-up into that email, it will automatically show under this category on WordPress dashboard. So you can now click on save changes if they are done. So we do not really make any changes here. Okay, so let's just save this. So now the next one is reading. So now reading. So when someone gets to your page, when someone browse or surf into your page, maybe I go to social.com, the first view, that's the home page. So what do you want people to see there? Is it your latest post or a static page? Then people can now navigate through the page to see the other posts or other pages you have. So I can choose a particular page. So anytime you are building a website for a service or any kind of website, make sure you put the home page, what will display as what a static page. So you will have created a page as home. So on that home, let me show you something here. Okay, it's not okay. I'll go to the website now. So on that home, we show what the website is all about. It will describe what's this website talking about. So on that home page, the user can now navigate to other pages. But if you are maybe you are just making content, posting content, maybe like a news website or a magazine, you can choose your own page to be, you can just select a page. Okay, I want people to appear at politics page at first. Or you can say I want people to just see my latest post. But if I am building a website for a business, a standard website, a professional website, not for blogging or so you can just choose static page. There you select home. You will have created the page home. We are getting there very soon. Then post page. Maybe you want to post content. You want content to show you. You can just choose a post page too. So anytime you make post, it will appear there. So this one, blog page show at most. Number of pages to show. You can just change this. That is the number of posts. You want on that post page. That is your blogging page. Maybe you have a professional website now. You have a place for blog, your latest news, latest updates about your products or this and that. You can choose a page for that. Yeah, so the number of posts you want to appear, number of your news, you can adjust it here. Notification feeds show the most recent. That is, if you have feeds from other websites, what you want to so the number of feeds, you can set up feature feeds. So the number of feeds you want WordPress to display on on your blog page, so you can set them here, or feed view scrape from other websites. When we are talking about the tools, when you want to import the tools here, you want to import content from other websites, so it can also indicate the number of items you want to show here. So for each post, all these are just settings. For each post in the feed, include full text or expert. So it depends on the theme. It depends on the theme. If you, let's say you browse about the topic now. Let's say you browse about a topic like latest news. Okay, latest Lenovo. Okay, latest Lenovo ThinkPad browsers. Yeah, this is a post. So what this is showing now is a yeah, we have two options, either full text or expert. It will be an or except. So it will be an except because it's very short. But if it is the full post, you will see enough posts here. You see a lot of write-ups there underneath this topic or this post title. So that's the meaning of it. Depends on the themes you are using, either to choose a full text or excerpt. So here we have discourage search engines from indexing this site. So you can click here, can uncheck this. Discourage search engine from index. That is, if you type this website now, digitalservice.com on Google, if your site is being recognized, it will bring out some details about your website. For example, if I go to, let's say, Quora, like if I search for Quora, so all this now is because this website is being indexed by, or if I put my website ask gain hosting, you can see. So because it is being, Google has make the website be visible on their search engine. That's the meaning of indexing. So can you see? So about my website, then about us. So I think these are for other related websites. So just appearing at the top part. So that means I didn't discourage search engines like Google from showing my website when it's being searched. So if I click on discourage, if I click on discourage, so it will appear. So it said it is up to search engine to honor this request. So I advise you to click on discourage. If you are setting up your website at first, you click on discourage so that by the time you are working, maybe your website is still at half, you've not completed it enough. So anytime people search for it and go to your website, you're just saying like, what kind of ugly website is this? So I'll advise you to click on discourage search engine from indexing this site. So you click on, so it's very important to click on search engines, because if you leave it that way, if you have to go back to it later, it will take time for Google to crawl through your page and bring the latest stuff that you've updated. So always click on discourage at first. Then if you are done with your website fully, now go back there and uncheck the option. Now discussion settings. Attempt to notify any blogs linked from the post. Okay, allow notification. You can check this or uncheck this. It's up to you. Allow link notification from other blogs, fingers and trackbacks. Allow people to submit comments on new posts. So this one is very important. Comments author must fill out their name. And so let's say someone wants to comment on your post. So before the person can comment, the person will have to fill out his name and email. User must register and log in to comment. That one is not really important. because you just fed your visitors. Automatically close comments or posts older than, no, just leave this. Show comments cookies, enable threaded comments. So all this one, all the default settings are okay. Comments must be manually approved. You can choose this one. Maybe you have a website whereby people register and comment. You want to monitor what people say on the website, you can choose this one. So it's left to you to approve or disapprove. So anytime someone posts, you come to comments here, then you see the post, you can click on approve or disapprove or trash the post. So you can leave it that way. So here you can just choose your favicon, this, you can leave this. You can leave this. This one is okay. So click on save changes. So now let's go to media. These are the important. So thumbnail size. The thumbnail size. Just if you have a post, just a post, and you have some, let's say you have some archives or other posts. If you have some other posts, your website will show other posts or latest posts. You can give it a name. The picture, the image that post will have. Maybe you set an image. The size of that image, it shouldn't be too big. You understand? They are just like a list. You have a post in a list, a simple list. So the image attached to that post will be a thumbnail size, very small image. So when visitors now click on that text, it now bring out the full image and the full content. So that's the meaning of thumbnail size, just like a small stuff like this. That's thumbnail. Then large size, the maximum width you want to give the large size. Then upload files. Organize my uploads in 2 months here. So this one is okay. So you can click on save changes. Then permalinks now. So now this is very important because it tells the way your website looks. That is, it doesn't make your links look ugly. At least the link that will appear on your browser, it will make it look ugly, and it will be easy for Google to crawl. Now look at this. If I have a post now, how do you want the post link to appear? Is it this way? The date and the post, the date name, numeric, and no, just put it very simple. The post name. So if you want to even share the link, it will be very easy for people to get. Maybe like edutech.com/buy your post-2me form. So very simple. Instead of slash, if you tell someone that one, the person will be able to grab it. Or if you share the link, it will be understandable for people to read. So instead of putting the date and the time, or using the plain form, so that is the wrong way. So just leave it as the post name. So this one is optional. If you like, you may enter custom structures for your categories. So just leave this one as safe. So add custom category. So it's okay like this. Just leave it. Then privacy. So you have default privacy and policy page that is like a photo come on the WordPress dashboard. So it's a default. So you can use this page. You can create your own. So privacy and policy page. Let's use this page as a sample. So you can use this page, then go back to edit it. We created a privacy and policy page. So that is privacy between your visitors, your users, people directly on your site, and your company or your business. So their privacy with you. How do you take care of that information? So that's what just privacy policy is talking about. So then the next one is The next one here is Pantheon page. You can also have some other settings. If you install a plugin, the plugin may add the settings there that you need to do. Want to automatically clear related pages when you update content. So that is, let's say you are working on your website, you do some changes, but the changes tend not to happen. So that is cache. That is, a lot of activity is still going on. So it will take time for the server to process your updates. You can just clear the cache. So you can enable maintenance mode to work on your site starting cache pages. So if you want to work on your website and it's slow, or you are doing some work that you will need excuse of other visitors not to see the appearance of your website at that moment, or so that they won't be discouraged, you can just activate this maintenance mode and just say everyone except administrators. So anytime someone comes to your website, the person will see that your website is in what maintenance mode, so the person will understand, okay, you are working on your website. So that's the explanation. So make sure you do these settings. It's very important. Follow the steps I've given to you and do the settings. So let's go back to dashboard view. So now we are back here at the dashboard view. This is get familiar with the dashboard. Another interesting part of this dashboard is that you can edit it to your interest. That is, you can design this dashboard as you wish. So let me show you my own dashboard. If you go to user, let me go to profile. So I can choose any of these admin color style. Let me choose this blue. See, I can choose any admin color style. I can choose this. 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 So different user can choose their own style. So let me just leave it as default. There are also plugins that help you to customize your dashboard. There are plugins. Let me show you a dashboard of this default site I created, asgain.da. Let me show you. You see the way I designed the dashboard. I want you to see the dashboard. Also a WordPress dashboard. So let me log in. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? This is dashboard. Okay? So I can activate dark mode. So this is dark mode. Can you see? This is a dashboard. So the font is simple. Text is, can customize it. Can do a lot of things there. So it's still the same function. Like come here and click on create. You can see create new page, new admin, landing page, So new post. Yeah, this one is a multi-site. That is, you can create different sites under one admin. So different website under one admin. So this is a multi-site. So this one site now has been hosted. The admin can create another site. So this is just a multi-site. That's the meaning. So that is, we have plugins that can use to. The name of this plugin I use is Wordpress. Can use to modernize your dashboard. So get familiar. So where we are going now is a standard control panel. Now, so how to buy your domain and hosting from, we've explained Pantheon hosting. That's the free resources. Now, let's go to a standard web hosting website to see how a control panel looks like. So let's go to, I think I have an account with TrueHost. Let's go to truehost.com.ng. So you can register on this site. So let me just log in. So log in. So now, if you are fresh on this platform, all this thing will appear as 000. So let's say you want to purchase a domain. You have different websites, but I will use this one as an example first. Then domain search. So let's search for a domain. Let's say masterclass V. Let's search for it. So your domain is available. You add to cart. Click on add to cart. So when you click on add to cart, you'll be redirected to a payment page like Flutterwave or any other payment page that you can use. So when you purchase, you'll be given instructions to check your email. So you come to your client area, you see that you have one domain here. You have one domain. Now, for your services, you go to services. I have different services here. So if you don't have any services yet, you come to services. You click on order new. So these are the services they offer here. So go to different websites, customer can have different services. So I'm just using this as an example. So you may get to another website and see different formats. Yeah, it's normal. And see different formats. So, but our aim here is to get a control panel. You understand? To get a control panel. So that's our aim here. So they also have something like 0. Okay. One display started a bit. So here is the web hosting. This is web hosting now. So they only offer shared hosting here. Yeah, shared IP address. They only offer shared IP address. I told you that we have VPS hosting, private server, and we have dedicated think they don't offer that. They don't offer that. They don't offer that. They only offer a shared hosting and rest. They also offer Windows hosting. They offer Windows email hosting. You want to host your email. You want to host email only. Let's just go through. All these ones are just normal stuff you can go through. Load mail. You can go through the features. But for a beginner, you want to set, or for anybody that wants to set up his or her website, you don't need all this. What you need is the web hosting. Just go to the web hosting direct. Select the perfect package for your business. So we've highlighted everything. So you have an email here. You have an unlimited email here. So you can choose the 500 naira per month plan. If you click on order now, you can select this. You can select 1,000. You compare the features. You compare. Let's go back. Let's see the features. Let me go back. So look at this. 30 gig space, branded transfer, unlimited email account. Under this plan now, you can host 3 domains. If you buy another domain, you can host them under this plan. Space of unlimited FTP, unlimited database, shared IP address, panel, similar. So you can compare the features. The only difference between this and this one is that you have 50 gig space and you have even 30 gig space is enough. Okay, you can have unlimited domains. So you feel that okay, I'm uploading some large amount of files on my website. So you can go for a bigger plan like this 50 gig space. Now you can go for the plan per month. Click on order now. Remember we purchase the domain. So I've explained how to purchase the domain. So when you purchase the domain, you can now choose a services, any of the services. So if you have purchased the domain with them, it will appear here. You will choose the domain. So I will use transfer a domain from an Nigeria register. If you have a transfer, that is, you want to take the domain from that site and put it on TrueHost here. Another one is that you want to use your existing domain. You will leave the domain will still be on that site whereby you purchase it. So you just come here, you type in the domain, you host it here. You host the domain here. This part, okay, let me recap. You can register a new domain, or you can come here. Let's say I purchased a domain on GoDaddy. GoDaddy is a very popular site, or I purchased it on AskGain. So on AskGain, I purchased the domain. So I go to askgain.com. I purchase the domain there. So I still want the domain to be on AskGain. I want the domain to be moved from AskGain down to this TrueHost and manage everything here. So I will type in the domain here, then I'll click on transfer, then I'll follow the further instructions given to me. Then here, use my existing domain. I want to leave the domain on AskGain. We manage it on AskGain. Maybe they are yearly purchasing renewal price is cheaper than this one. I don't want to transfer. It's cheaper and I'm comfortable with it. So I'll just come here and type in the domain I purchased on AskGain or GoDaddy. So then I will use. So there's something we call name servers. Name servers. So they are used to identify the server of a domain register. Just to identify the domain registrar. So you'll be able to, so to verify it, I'll change this through I'll put through host name server into the name server I purchased on asking. So the domain will still be in asking, but just for verification. So you copy the name server and add it to the name server of the domain, to the name server of the domain I purchased in asking. So the domain will still be in asking. So that if I click on, let's say I added something like this, just for example purpose, and I click on use, verifying your domain selection. So if you put in a wrong domain, you won't be redirected. Actually, there is a website called Web Hero. That's why I was redirected. I'm not using the website, it's not for me. The website I own is webhero.com.ng. That's the website I own, my own ask.com.ng. I'm just using that as an example. .com.ng is hosted and the domain was purchased on through host. So I'll click on continue. So if I click on continue, I'll be redirected to a payment section. So after payments, there'll be a request that I should change the name server, just as I've explained before. I should change the name server of the domain I purchased on another website, maybe Ask Again or GoDaddy, on another website. I should change it to their own name servers. Then I'll be able to host the website or the domain on this platform or this host. So now let me go to the client area and show you a control panel. Control panel will only be available if you have successfully purchased and purchased your web hosting. So yeah, let me go to services. So different websites can have different style, different platform of displaying their pages. So this is just for a true host. So our major aim is to get a control panel. So let me choose this. So can you see now? Manage domain. Can you see? So I'll go to my control panel.